Good morning. Just in case you didn't hear loudly or correctly the name those white supremacists were hailing was Shiloh Hendricks. Shiloh Hendricks is the white blonde female who, with holding her infant in her hand, labeled a child living with autism as the Igor word, you don't know. And you would probably think, wow, they're really serious down south there in Alabama. And you'd be surprised to know those supremacists who were hailing her name and bashing DEI, the acronym for diversity, equity, and inclusion. They are based right here in Canada on the grounds of the Canadian exhibition place, the CNE, where Black families, Oriental families, South Asian families, Caucasian families go every summer to enjoy the rides and the summer activities at the CNE. And there they were on the grounds of the CNE, which is supposed to be a family place here in Toronto, Canada, screaming out, "Hail Shiloh Hendricks," who didn't hide from the world that even a 5-year-old in her eyes was unworthy of being treated with fairness, dignity, and respected despite of their, you know, unique abilities. You don't know. So yeah, again, I'm gonna say that was not in the U.S. It wasn't down south in Alabama or Tennessee. It was right here in the north in Canada. So what does that tell you? It tells you that most affiliate white supremacy and the KKK with the United States of America. But I'm glad that these people, although they don't uncover their faces, but they're showing you do not believe mythical beliefs that Canada is all about maple syrup, bacon, and saying, hey, racism is very much alive. It is very prevalent here in Canada. So, it's just that Canadians who do wrong, they are good at burying their evil, like how those 200 and odd Indigenous children were buried by the Catholic Church here. And, whatever's in darkness must come to light. I want to say that I will never ever believe those things about myself as a Black woman here in North America. I'm never going to believe that my value and worth is less than an animal. I'm never going to believe that I am I am less than any other human being, because I know that the true and living God did not create any human being to rule over the other. No human being, I don't care what color they are, they do not have the power to tell the sun it's time to get up or it's time to lay low until daylight. You don't know. No human being can tell the ocean stop. You can only come this far. And no human being can raise the unalived. You don't know. So I'm never going to believe that about myself. And I hope anyone out there who loves and trusts in the true and living God, not the God that they say is the God of racism and white supremacy and all those things that people step in the name of God to legalize, promote, and perpetuate. You don't know. Yeah, I'm human just like you and anyone else out there. We're all created equally because the color of our blood is the same. What I don't understand though is that my people, black people, are given the label of being thugs, bullies, thieves, criminals, hopeless. When I'm just going back in history, let's go back to the genesis of things. Who was the first race to bully other human races, other ethnic groups? The European, Caucasian, white folks came to Canada, Kanata, and bullied the indigenous and did all kinds of atrocities to them, took away their children and sent them to schools because they were deemed as savages and not civil. And not so long ago, we found those same little savages that they buried under the ground and went about life and took over Kanata. They set sail and went to Africa and chained and shackled women and children and brought them to work on land that they bullied and stole from the indigenous. And when it was illegal to capture my people and use them to pick your cotton, be beaten sticks, get whipped with cat o' nine whips, they were mad because now they had to do their little work themselves. Go pick your own cotton, clean your own house, nurse your own kids. They got mad because they couldn't use us anymore. So what did they do? They wanted us to go now from their stolen land from the indigenous. And so they started to persecute, discriminate, segregate, and do all kinds of things. But hey, you already bullied us and stole us from where we come from. Then you brought us here. Who are the very first edophiles? Peter files, I should say. It's those that were the owners and use other human beings as properties that actually assaulted black minors, both men and women. At nighttime, they would leave the comforts of their matral bed, ma- marital beds, go in the cabins and actually assault little girls as young as 10 years old. So, who were the first molesters in this society here? In Western society, it wasn't the black race. No, it wasn't. Who were the first, who were the authors and chiefs of violence? Isn't whipping someone and tearing their back open because you feel superior? Is that not violence? It's beyond violence. It's barbaric and inhumane. So before anyone in society judges me or any other black person as a thug, a thief, a bully, a pedophile, and all the things you say about us, look in the mirror and look down memory lane and see where it all originated from. And this is one mystery I will never understand. You label black people, you supremacists, you label us as animals and savages and inhumane. Yet you made plantations filled with half black, or sorry, half animal and half your Caucasian human. Does that make sense? Who is sick and has the problem here? You keep hailing evil, you done know. But I don't believe in the evil God. I believe in God of Abraham, you done know. And he didn't create us like this. And even though this imbalance in our Western society seems like it will never end, one day I believe that it will. You done know. And to my black brothers and sisters out there, change will not come by keeping your mouth shut. Change will only come when you get up and work towards it, no matter how long that journey. You done know. While they hail that lady, I'm hailing God Almighty. You done know. Bless her.